Hello, I am Flash Isaac. This is Flashlearners. You are now watching More Than 20 Days to Jamb, a series containing 120 episodes which covers all the topics in Jamb syllabus. Each episode comprises detailed class, questions, and homework. The questions and homework are from the Flashlearners Jamb application. This makes the app a requirement for this class. Visit Google Play Store or flashlearners.com to get the app. Do you have trust issue? Reach me on any of my social handles for activation guide or enquiries. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to take. You are welcome to episode number 36 of the 120 Days to Jamb Use of English with Flash Isaac. If episode 36 already and you've not gotten your copy of the Flashlearners Jamb application, despite the features and how I'll be telling you the importance, ladies and gentlemen, you are very, very wrong. Trust me, you are wrong. And if you've activated your copy, you are right. Now let's see the questions this episode has to offer. He wrote to you dash A. Didn't he? B. Wouldn't he? C. Hadn't he? And D. Hasn't he? This is under question tag. And the rule of question tag is if the statement is positive, question tag should be negative. If the statement is negative, question tag should be positive. That is the rule of question tag. Now, he wrote to you. He wrote to you. In English, he wrote to you simply means he did wrote to you. So he wrote to you, it is something he did. Now, the question tag should be didn't. If I say you didn't do it, the question tag should be did you? If I say you would go, question tag should be wouldn't you? If I say you wouldn't go, question tag should be would you? So that is the basic or the rule of question tags. And they are usually very, very easy to answer. Now, when there is no auxiliary verb, like I told you, then you should use do, does, or did. He wrote to you. There is no verb for us to get the opposite. But deep inside here, there is a hidden did. He wrote to you is something he did. He did wrote to you. So, didn't he? A is the correct option. The government, which dash dash recruiting dash workers, suddenly stopped doing so. A, the government, which is recruiting their workers, suddenly stopped doing so. B, the government, which was recruiting its workers, suddenly stopped doing so. C, the government, which are recruiting its workers, suddenly stopped doing so. And D, the government, which were recruiting their workers, suddenly stopped doing so. Take a look at this. From the context, and generally, we take the word government to be singular. Government is a body. They are acting as one. So government is singular. So if government is singular, the verb, whether in past or present, should also be in singular. Therefore, the government, which was, okay, I'm talking about past tense, because they stopped doing so. They were doing it in the past. So that makes past tense come in. The government, which was recruiting its workers, suddenly stopped doing so. As a singular word, option B is the correct option. I watched him as he dug the hole. I watched him as he dug the hole. Now I watched. Watch mean past things, something that already happened. So as he is digging, his present continues. As he digs, his present tense. Now, dogged does not exist. Nothing like dog in English word. Therefore, since it is in the past, dug is correct. I watch him as he dug the hole. If it were present, we would say I watch him, or I am watching him, or I watch him as he digs the hole, or as he is digging the hole, depending on what you are trying to pass across. And look at something. If I say I saw him steal the meat, and I say I saw him stealing the meat, which is correct? I saw him steal the meat is correct. I saw him cross the road, and I saw him crossing the road, which is correct? I saw him cross the road is correct, because these are actions that happen very fast. You don't take years or months or hours to steal the meat or cross the road. So I saw him steal the meat, correct? I saw him cross the road, also correct. Making a phone call instead of paying a visit represents a dash. Okay? The last episode of sentence completion, yes, or the last two episodes focused on arrangement of adjectives. This is what we are doing now. I advise that you go back to episode 17 under sentence completion to look at the rules I gave for arrangement of adjectives. That will help you understand this. So, making a phone call instead of paying a visit represents a sudden new major social blah 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 blah. Option C is the correct option. And the next one says the unconscious man was dashed after receiving first aid. After receiving first aid, he was revived. Option D is the correct option. Wow! This brings us to the end of this episode. I trust you found it helpful. And feel free to go to sentence completion under the Flashlearners Jamb app to look at more questions. Everything is offline. The app doesn't make use of data. And if you have problems, you can always reach me in any of my social handles. That is it. See you next episode.